have resigned, CEOs, members of government worldwide.
Why would they do that?
But I haven't seen any arrests or investigations here in the United States from this Department of Justice.
Nope. None. Zero. Pathetic. Fucking weak. The State of the Union was a complete disgrace. For Trump to even stand up there and act like he's done so much fucking great things for this country. He hasn't done shit for this country. He really hasn't. And for anyone to say, well, he released these files, they wouldn't have been released without him. Well, they wouldn't have been released without Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna fighting all this past whole year. They never would have been released unless it got signed into law. Never would have been released. And the only reason they started releasing stuff is because Pam Bondi was going to start getting fined for it. So keep saying how great.
That's very interesting.
Prince,
keep telling us how great Trump is. Keep telling us. We'll believe it eventually, I bet.
Andrew, Duke of York, has been arrested. Peter Mandelson, he's been arrested. Former Prime Minister of Norway has been charged. But we don't see any charges, arrests, or investigations in the United States. Who are the men that should be investigated? I'll name them right here. Leon.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
I'll name them right here. Leon Black. You don't even have to see past the redactions.
Guy is worth $13 billion. Between 2012 and 2017, gave Epstein roughly $150 million. And this was way after his initial convictions. Most mails are redacted, but there is one where Epstein directly mentions him. While writing to Israel, former Prime Minister Ehud Barak.
To see that this man needs to be investigated. Jess Staley, accused of terrible things.
Jess Staley, former CEO of Barclays and JP Morgan executive. He was the executive primarily responsible for managing Epstein's accounts for years after the initial 2008 conviction. The two exchanged over 1,200 mails between them, some of these with extremely cryptic language. When the full extent of their ties surfaced, Staley was forced to resign, and JP Morgan.
We know this.
During a 15-year relationship.
It's right there in the files. Why is he not being investigated? And Leslie Wexner.
Why the most powerful man, the richest man in Ohio, gave so much of his wealth to the largest modern sex trafficking ring in American history.
He would say, like, I'm providing financial advice to the founders of Google.
Wait a minute.
Financial advice to Jeff Bezos.
Why would you sign your friend Leslie to someone you did not consider to be a friend of yours?
I don't know.
It's a mystery.
Why did the FBI?
So add Jeff Bezos to the list too. People who need to be arrested then. Like, why was Epstein giving financial advice to Jeff Bezos?
I list him as a co-conspirator and then tell him that they had no questions for him. Well, the Epstein Files Transparency Act requires the DOJ and the FBI to disclose to us their internal memos and emails about how they made those decisions, whether to prosecute or not prosecute. Yet they have not delivered those memos. We still don't have the memos and documents and emails from 2008 to explain why Jeffrey Epstein was given such a light sentence in what would have been an open and shut case.
20 years.
This stunning, never before seen prosecution memo and draft indictment detailing the disturbing evidence they gathered against the financier. But that 60-count indictment never filed. Instead, Epstein landing the now infamous deal, allowing him to plead guilty to lesser state prostitution charges.
Which allowed him to go back and recommit these terrible crimes.
Exactly.
Hundreds
over
of more
10 years
victims.
after that.
We need justice. We want the Department of Justice to get to work, and that's what they need to do now. To let
I think what he should do